And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finale of season number 7. This is, well, the end of F1 23. One last time, we say hello to Spa, and then after this, we'll say goodbye forever to this version of Spa in the F1 games. Well, I know, Nick, you don't like this version anyway of this game, but, yeah, it's an old model and whatnot, but Spa is always a spectacle to watch, to race as well. It's scary to race, for sure. With how prone you can get into incidents here, especially into turn 1 and all the way at the end of Camel Straight. And Sector 2 is, with the low downforce, Sector 2 is a little bit scary from time to time, which I've fallen victim to, especially in the wets, which is another thing that is possible around Spa. Joining us today, as usual, is going to be Nick, and special guest for today, we have one of our drivers as well, who is interning, you can say, as a commentator. Welcome, Tuna. How are you, sir?
Hello. Thank you. I'm doing great today.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tuna, one of our long-time drivers here. He'll be one of our almost readied up as a driver, so I had to quickly click on the mouse buttons to spectate. But there we go. I think it's all in good order there. Yeah, there we go. So we are finally spectating, and we have 16 drivers out on track today. A lot of reserves today. 6 was it? And yeah, 10 drivers from the full-time seat, and a lot of drivers, usually towards the end of the season they drop off, but that also gives an opportunity to our reserve drivers to show up. And yeah, Spa, Tuna, what your opinions on this track, or maybe any good memories or bad memories on this track in the league?
I guess I can say a bad memory. The last time I raced, I crashed at ready on halfway through.
Well, I guess.
But I like the track, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe you feel safer in the comms box rather than being out there in Spa today? Or would you rather be racing there if you had the opportunity?
I would race if I could, but being on console, I have to subscribe to an online membership basically, and I don't have the budget.
Yes, PS Plus and all that annoying little things. But yeah, championship update for you. With McLaren having a good result in Silverstone last time out, they extend their lead to 25 points. We were expecting McD and AJ to perform really well last time on. Well, AJ did for sure. He won the race, but McD had a sort of a poor middle section of the race, which caused him to drop all the way down to the field with no safety cars. That meant he could not recover to his expected position of top 7, top 8 probably, which would have been a good finishing position for him, and Mercedes would have been about probably 10-12 points further from McLaren rather than the 25 that they are. And to make matters worse, Nick, it's only switched today for Mercedes, which means if both the McLaren just finish in points, regardless of whichever position they are, P15 and P16 even, I think there's a good chance that they're going to clinch the Constructors' Championship as well today.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate that there is no substitution for the second Mercedes seat, but it is what it is. It's shown that Charis being the dominant driver here, definitely not discounting Amon's performance has been throughout this season, but you can see consistency is king. So definitely nice to see McLaren basically running away with these points, but there's still other championship points to fight for other than P1. So definitely going to be interesting to see how other constructors are fighting for the constructors. We see, actually, is that Raiden alone in Alpine? Levi in the Williams as well. Raiden will definitely have one of the stand-ins to help Alpine, get more points with the Constructors' Championship. But unfortunately, Alpine's gonna lose up some points this time around.
Yeah, with only Raiden running the flag for Alpine, whichever you may prefer. I call it Alpine, but he's the only one in that French team for today. Levi, who has been appearing as a reserve pretty much for the entire season, Unfortunate to not get a full-time seat, although there was a seat opening today, but we decided not to promote him, and might as well complete the season as a top rookie and also the top reserve driver of the season. So that's gonna bode well for him towards the end of the season, and give him a good reputation to start off the next one. So he's gonna fly the flag for Williams again. Both full-time drivers in the Williams have been missing for the past 3, 4, 5 races probably, and Levi's been flying the flag since then. We have a new reserve driver, Anse Jumi, Joyful's friend, if I'm right. So he's gonna be in the second Williams for today. So Levi will have a teammate, possibly helping him to gain a few more points in their bid to overthrow Alpine for that third place in the Constructors' Championship. If Raiden can keep it on track today, that will mean easy points. Just P11 he needs, from what I could recall, for the Drivers' Championship. No, it's P9 or P10 with a fastest lap. That will give him at least 11 or 12 points to give him the second place in the Drivers' Championship. With AJ missing, there's an opportunity for them to snipe that second place away. While Levi, well, he's a little further away from AJ's position, but if he wins the race, and Raiden has a bad one, there's a chance Levi could take that second place in the championship as well for the drivers. So it's all to fight for. Although it's just second, third place, but it's still accolades for a lot of the drivers out there. Meanwhile, in the Constructors' Championship, we still have the Red Bulls who are aiming for that P4, with Williams and Alpine looking further ahead as they go. It's unlikely that Red Bull are gonna get any further, but they will probably remain in P5, which is a great improvement since the start of the season, where they were barely P9 or P8 at best, and they've really picked up their momentum into the second half of the season, with Kendra tidying up his racecraft and qualifying as well, and Scientist finding a little bit of a form in the past 3 races. Best finishes so far in his season, which helps them. Now they are finally battling it out for P5, and if everything goes right for them, there's possibly a P3 at the end of today. 40 points up for grabs if you get a P1, P2 and a fastest lap. While for individually you get 20 points for winning the race and 1 extra point for the fastest lap. So all to play for. Some drivers may be just chilling. The likes of Sharis probably would just be running out of inters here. Nick, save a set of soft tires here, I think.
Well, it's more of to just, I think it's just more of a banker lap. At the end of the day, as you know, drivers here like to drive on the inters just to make sure they get a lap time into this session. I think with how long Q1 is, definitely our qualifying sessions are, definitely going to see him coming out in maybe a soft or medium tire in the later stages of the qualifying, just so he could actually put a lap in. But for now, it's just a banker lap to make sure everything is going alright, make sure everything is alright. As you see, Shari's, even with the inters, 4 seconds slower than P2, but most of the drivers are still have not set a lap time yet, so it's definitely maybe interesting to see qualifying evolve in the next 10 minutes. But going back into the Red Bull, Kendra, as you know, Kendra has been pretty quick, as you said as well, his qualifying as well as his racecraft has improved over the race season, and that has definitely propelled Red Bull's points for the season. And I think that really shows that no matter how fast you are, as you can be on time attack, if you can't finish it in the race, it doesn't really give you much points now, does it?
Exactly. The race is where you score the points, and in a track like Spa, even if you're last, you can still make up a lot of positions. That might be the case for Ayman Haikal here today, who unfortunately picked up 2 penalty points for some qualifying infringement last time out in Silverstone. A little naughty, cutting the track to make it back into the pits before his final run. Unfortunately, that's against the race director. So he picked up 2 penalty points, which exceeded his 6 penalty points tally, which automatically awards you a qualifying ban. Not the worst place to serve a qualifying bank, Nick. Tuna, what do you think? Starting at the back here in Spa, do you think it's beneficial compared to starting in the midfield?
Well, it depends, because it's like in qualifying, you could say that the back helps, but at the end of the day, you have to claw back from P16 all the way to where you're supposed to be. It might be beneficial to be able to survive it, but I feel like if you are in a grid that value survivability more, it shouldn't really be an issue to have being qualified right at the front. Yes, you might save yourself a little bit of wing damage here and there, but at the end of the day, if you have the racecraft and lobby that is strong enough to have a good qualifying, I feel like it shouldn't be a matter of if you start the back or at the front.
Well, exactly. And well, heading into this race just the day before, once the verdicts were released, Ayman got a qualifying ban. There was a little bit of tension in the air probably with the tightness in the championship. But with only one Mercedes out on track, I think that alleviates the pressure a little bit from Ayman Haikal here today to just run his race, make sure he finishes in the points. I'm pretty sure most likely Charis will most likely be the winner or close to the front if anyone else could challenge him. And all Ayman has to do is bring it home in good points position, and the constructors is sealed for them. So, well, I guess for now, he's served his quali ban by doing an installation lap and back into the pits. He'll be starting P16. I wouldn't say it's the worst place in Spa, right? If you're generally a midfield driver, starting at the back can be still an advantage to avoid the carnage into turn 1 and Arouge and Radion. Well, let's hope he has a good start. He's been known to have good starts as well, good first few laps, keeping it clean. But then, sometimes the awareness switches off a little bit while battling. So let's hope he has a clean one. A few more drivers that have joined us today is Kukumba, who made his debut last time out in Silverstone. And we have Ansel Jumi in the Williams. We also have Daniel, a good friend of mine. Daniel and Mikey, both drivers that I have managed in another league in Team Haas. So yeah, you could see why both of them are driving the Haas today. One last ride, as we like to call it, in the Haas team. So Mackie and Daniel are hoping they're gonna have a good session here. So let's go on board with Daniel here on his MSRL debut. On the last race though, but let's see how he does. Spa, Arouge and Rayon flat out there, but you just have to be a little careful going uphill, not to turn too much. Keep it as straight as possible. Now this is where your prime overtaking opportunity will be in the race. Hitting top speeds close to 350 there, 345 in qualifying. And now heading into the middle sector, this is where you have to make the compromise in your setup. Do you want to go for a sector 2 approach, or do you want to go a sector 1 and 3, Nick? What do you think?
I feel like personally, I'm more of a driver that prefers high downforce. I know that people be like, oh, you have to, get all the time into camo straights, but honestly, I'm the type of driver that prefers to have stability, and definitely focusing on sector 2 definitely will help. But I've driven here enough to know that you have to really know your sector 2 in order to even capitalize on sector 2. If you really just rely on your downforce, it's not going to give you force. So I think for most drivers, maybe low downforce might be the better way to go, but if you're a seasoned veteran here, I think focusing on sector 2 might be the better option.
Right, with park permit turned off, it's an opportunity for drivers to load on their high downforce setup, go for it in qualifying, and that's where you're going to be gaining majority of your lap time, sector 2, and then just drop the downforce, shed all that wing and be quick like a rocket down into turn 1, down into turn 4, and heading into the bus stop chicane as well. All the long straights is going to help you out, and then just keep it clean in sector 2 as Daniel finally completes his first ever lap. He's up to P5, 8 tenths behind Switz, who's setting the pace right now, and I doesn't seem too interested to go out again just yet. So I think he knows that it's pretty much over in the Constructors Championship. It's all about just securing that P4 for himself in the Drivers Championship, or maybe even a P3, P2 if Levi and Raiden decide to be naughty today.
Well, it depends, I guess, but Charis definitely basically has relaxed for the entire remaining race. He can literally do whatever he wants and it'll be all fine. So it's really up to the drivers behind for the big fight. Kendra though, is done with his tire. Oh, dropped the wall a little bit, but it doesn't really matter here as he goes into the pits. But
did he crash?
Oh no!
Looks like
or did he just retire on track?
Well, no idea there. We'll probably have to. Let's just hope he did not crash there, because that was into Blanchimont, and it's possible to crash there if you're not paying attention or if you're reading chat while racing. which scientists may have done there. But nevertheless, that will probably be his best position, P11, and I don't think
mean,
it's going to improve.
He
right?
might have clipped the inside the curb. I saw that the curbs here are pretty high on the inside Blanchimont, unlike most layouts that I've seen. So it's definitely gonna be a very interesting position there if you accidentally clip the inside, or if you have low downforce and accidentally run on the curbs that maybe upset the car a little bit. Definitely a spot to be dangerously positioned to lose your control and maybe end up in the wall.
Right, and riding on board with Kenrick, and just 2 thousandths ahead of his teammate Kukumba, who's appearing as a reserve here in the Ferrari. Kendrick, we've noticed he's sort of a sprint specialist, so when he gets it right, he's starting up in front, has a very good race, he's pretty good once you give him some clean air, and also while attacking he's pretty decent, but qualifying I think has been his downfall as of late, especially in the early parts of the season. Might we see a top 5 here, top 6, maybe in the top 8 for Kendrick here? It's pretty close there from P4 onwards, if you see, all the way down to P8. Make that P5 now, P6 for Kendrick as he drops down to P6. Okay, so Shari's there putting a lap time on the mediums, not quick enough to topple Switz from that 41.9 just yet.
Yeah, but it's close enough. But as you talk about, will Kendrick make top 5? I think it has always been a thing in MSRL, in my eyes, that so long as you survive, you can definitely be top 5. So it's definitely up to everyone to make sure that they survive, or else, it's just few positions everywhere.
Right, this will probably be his one and only lap, as we only have 4 minutes to go, less than 4 minutes to finish off the session. I don't think he has enough time to go into the pits. Well, once more, there you go, Kendrick there into sector 1 is just barely a tenth down on his lap time, and we'll come back to him as we now ride on board with Switz, who currently holds the provisional pole position. Charis could not improve on the medium tires, but nevertheless giving a little bit of a challenge. Oh, there's a spinning Haas there on the exit of turn 1. That's a little bit dangerous, and there's another Haas going almost slow there on the run up to Blanchimont. Not Blanchimont, up Rouge and Radion. There you go, Switz now heading down into turn 1. Pretty high on downforce, looks like it, compared to the Haas at least, but he is half a tenth up in sector 1, and this is where it's important to maintain all the momentum, almost invalidating his lap time there, running super wide, getting sideways there, crossing up a bit, and now into no name here. Carry a lot of speed.
Losing time though.
That's the thing, we'll find out in a couple of corners time. Now into Puan here, almost flat, you can see, keeping it a little bit safe, you don't want to throw the lap away right now. And now into the race path.
And Shari's retires.
Wow. Yeah, Shari's has retired, there you go. So Shari's not going to be improving his lap time, it's all on Switz here. Now heading into sector 3 here, he's a tenth and a half up, but is that a good enough exit? He might lose some time.
Exit.
It didn't look so good, Nick.
I think that's enough to lose a tenth. I think at most he might just be up at 500, but there is traffic in front of him. Will the traffic get away? He does. But will that distract him enough for the braking zone? Right now it's coming to the braking zone, and he brakes. Does he lock up? Barely misses the apex. That might not be good for him as he goes for a good exit. No, it's a bit safe on the exit. But will that be enough for a good lap time? And he
does.
Improvement, 2.5 tenths.
There you go. And Switz takes pole position for now. Can someone topple him? Here comes MacD, who is about to start his lap time here. I suspect he might have had a slow one, and he's back in the pits. So no, there you go. He's in. Raiden is still on his out lap, so he has a chance here. Kendra, what can he do? Can he get himself into the top 3 right now? 3 tenths to improve. Can he do it? He does. He goes up to P3, matching Charis, despite being on the step. Charis being on a step harder, but that's a good start. 3.5 tenths behind Switz. That's looking good for him. So he's up into P3. He'll take the second row for now. Kukumba heading into the final sector. He's just under a tenth up. That might be enough to put him ahead of his teammate for today. Can he find any more time? Heading down into the bus stop chicane and the exit.
Well, here's the problem though. There is a very big traffic jam at the bus stop.
Oh wow, look at that map.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting for whatever driver that was, and it's gonna be a bit distracting for him, and it's gonna be weird for some of the drivers to continue on when they're qualifying. And
wow.
oh,
1,000 slower than his PB. That's not going to be any improvement. Still, he's only 1,000 behind his teammate. Equally match the Ferraris for today. But here we have another contender. Can he take pole in his, well, probably his first pole in this season? Daniel has retired, so he's out. He's crashed at the downhill section where we're heading down here, so he's out. Raiden, can he do it? Not as clean though, Nick, into sector 2, but a lot more time to find in these corners.
I feel like he got it definitely a bit cleaner, but not sure if the distraction is going to affect him in that hairpin. I saw the hairpin is very crucial in terms of gaining lap time, so definitely interesting to see. Coming young into turn 12 and turn 13. Oh, late apex here, definitely need to, so they can get a good apex and a good exit here, or else you're going to lose a bunch of time on this corner. Turn 14, as we cross here, you can see what if they get any time. Oh, 4 tenths up is going to be interesting, maybe in the top 4. Top 3 maybe, if he gets more time, but there is traffic in front of him. Can he make the tow? Or
is that Levi up in front of him?
Oh.
Maybe getting a cheeky tow from Levi, probably, or is that uncertain?
Maybe. I think it's a bit far enough. I think it's a bit too far enough to get a tow, but not sure if that distraction is going to affect him though. Coming down to the braking, does he lock up? Oh, it misses the apex! And that's gonna be... how much time loss did he get? And he's 5 tenths out.
Wow, even with that lock up into the final corner, he still manages to put it in the front row, 2 tenths away what might have been if he had a cleaner lap early on in the middle sector. This is looking interesting for the race. Levi Tiger Pants though!
Oh my god.
Wow, alright, that woke tune up as well. There you go. A 41.4 from Levi Tiger Pants. Is this his first ever pole position in MSRL? Will gets a confirmation shortly. Looks like it might just be. Everyone else is already heading into the pit lane. This is Levi's first pole position in this season. He will take the front row, sharing with Switz. So there you go. Levi, Switz are your front row sitters. Raiden will take that P3 and share with Sharis. Kendra, good showing. He's gonna take P5. MacD will take P6. The Ferraris occupy the 4th row with the Haas. Well, P9 and P6. 6 and 9. Nice. He's gonna take P9. Lee Chi-chun, that might be his first top 10 of the season. His friend and Sejumi will take P11. Ting Tong Bell in P12. Scientist in P13, only doing a run on the medium tires, possibly doing some cheeky strategies there, maybe saving a set of soft tires for the race. Might we see a soft to hard or soft to medium from him in the race? We will find out. Zakwen in P14. Ayman Haikal serving the qualiband will be in P15. Zinubi not setting a lap time, so he's in P16. Back row sharing with Ayman Haikal. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the final qualifying session of season number 7. And well, Levi Tiger Pants takes his first ever pole position in the league. Well, he is a rookie after all. So you might as well say his first pole ever, Nick.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to see Levi on top. He's been fighting for the front row constantly during the time that he's been here. So it's definitely nice to see him actually, getting a pole. But it's only qualifying. Pole does it give you a point? It does not give you a point, but it's only for positions at the start of the race. We still have a whole race to go through.
Right, and being the first one at the front row at least in Spa, that's not really good news sometimes, is it? Because
Oh.
Is that rain?
Is it raining tuna?
No, it's not raining, but it is cloudy. It is interesting to see how things will go up. We'll go through this race, but definitely interesting to see as the drivers line up on the grid with a very cloudy day. Not sure if the forecast is gonna be interesting. Does that mean that you'll see drivers in soft tires?
We might. From what we can see on Kendra's pit box here on the bottom right, he is on the medium tires for now. That's an indication. Probably it's going to be a normal medium to hard strategy. It might even rain in the middle of the race, so a mediums to start off the race is pretty good bet, and then you can take the hard till the end if it doesn't rain. Although alternatively the soft tires can be a good tire to start on if you want to gain some track position here. It is the final race after all, so we might see some bold strategies coming in from drivers. Don't discount the soft to medium strategies around here. It's pretty good if you can stick with the other drivers in the DRS train. Save yourself a little bit of tires and then launch yourself up with that soft tire early on, get that undercut onto the mediums and hold on after that. So it's either you go fast, go early on the softer compounds, or you go long and then attack back later. We'll find out which driver decides to go long, which driver decides to go early into the pits. Lap 7, lap 8, lap 9, is there where we're expecting the early pit stops, Nick, for today?
Well, if we're looking at the strategies that we're expecting pit stops to happen at around lap 7, 8, lap 9, as you mentioned. That's for our expected softer compound to a harder compound tire this time around. Usually the medium to the hards, but if you are taking the harder tire compound to start with, we are expecting drivers to be pitting about lap 10, lap 12, and then we'll be having it all the way to the end as drivers are getting ready for the 5 red lights. As we hear the beeps, drivers get ready for the race.
Alright, and Nick, one last time for the season. Take it away.
Didn't do it last time around in Silverstone, but this time around 5 red lights, and it'll be the last time MSRL will be in starting the grid for this season. And will it start? It does. And 5 red lights, where you go. Levi still in P1. Oh, Switch changes position on the outside though. Still Levi on the inside, covers it, and side by side coming down to Radion and Rouge. Oh, some collisions in the background, but so far it's alright. No crashes out. Good medium tires, good soft tires, and hard tires here. Track looks mighty weird. Looks like it's a bit texture likely from a previous train session. So track might be a little bit green, but
this stream we were talking about. P1 is not the place to be. Switch is under attack immediately from Levi and Charis. Gets the inside line though. Levi gets the inside for the next corner. Now Switch gets back the inside line, as you can see from on board of Raiden. 3 cars batting up ahead. This is pretty tight. Soft, medium, soft, medium. So mixture of strategies here. Charis and Switch getting the advantage on the soft tires early on to hold their position. Further back though, we can see a lot of positions being swapped. What's happening there? Macti's gone around and he is trying to recover to the back of the grid. Ting Tong's dropping down. Zinubi holding on the hard tires here. So maybe no rain. So there's a little bit of collision there. With Daniel, is that Daniel? No, that's Kukumba who caught on to Zakwen and Ansijumi. And now Ayman Haikal keeping it clean in the first lap. He's up to P11 already. Scientist finds an opportunity to get past up into P12 right now. So Kukumba struggling a little bit on the medium tires early on, Nick.
Yeah, definitely you can see a little bit of mistake and you're dropping like a stone at the start of the race because how close everyone is. But you can see already a split in the trains. Asanjumi already, leading the second pack of the train. So definitely going to be interesting to see how the rest of the grid starts to pack up. But everyone's trying to get past Zakwan here. Yeah, definitely holding everyone up. Not sure. As he overshoots it, I feel like both cars. Definitely Zakwan still has the position as Ansijumi just
a little bit of collision there. And there you go.
Not good.
Daniel Opmir, as he likes to call himself, gets an opportunity. 2-for-1 pass. Up into P8 he goes. Now he's going to be under attack from them. Zakwan goes for a big lunge, as we can see from the back here. And that has opened up an opportunity for Ayman Haikal to get up to P8 now. Now can he pull away? Zakwan is tucking into the slipstream. They're going side by side. Who is going to pull back? Zakwan pulls back. But here comes Daniel up here. Can he get this pass? He has a full charge available. Ayman Haikal seems to be slow on the straight. Zakwan is running out of juice. Is this going to be a 2-for-1 move? Daniel Opmir gets the inside line into Lecom chicane. Now he holds on to that P8. Zakwan runs wide and he's going to lose more positions to Ayman Haikal. Scientist is coming through. Is he going to find a way around Zakwan? Not just yet. Or he might just, there you go. Zakwan has lost 3 positions now.
Yeah, but I think the rest of the grid is trying to fight, go through. I think Tong already tries to go on the inside. Zakwan slowly loses his pace, but definitely interesting to see if he can survive the entire race as well. That's a Ferrari sliding around. That is going to be Kendrick. I think definitely lost it around the very long left sweeping handers here. So, as he just shows in front of the Williams, that definitely scared them a little bit. But yeah, you can see not a lot of driver. I think Ferrari might be having a low downforce setup. No, they're still there. Definitely a little bit of contact, I assume, with
yellow looks like
Matt D. So definitely interesting to see how these drivers have their setups. Some I think have a little bit of lower downforce. As you can see Kendrick sliding just a little bit too much there and basically caught off guard and dropping the positions.
Yeah, big train there. P1, they have broken away. So the top 5, Levi, Shari, Switz, Raiden, and now Kendra has pulled away, so it's looking good for Kendra. Last time out, he missed out on, on a podium. He had plenty of close calls up till today's, and now this might be his chance to stick in the lead group for today. And Lee Chi-chun, joyful, keeping it clean all the way. Kudos to you, sir. And he finds himself in P6 early on, but Daniel Opmeer, he's finding himself in P8 now, under attack from Ayman Haikal. DRS has been enabled for lap 3, so Ayman might just go ahead. Or are they going to hold on? There have been a little bit of a bittersweet moments between these two in the other league, but we've seen how they can battle. Let's see how they can battle this time around. Ayman seems to hold the early advantage on that soft tires for now. Daniel dropping on P8. There's a little bit of a collision back there. Is that Kendrick?
Oh, let's carry again.
Yeah, seems to be struggling. What's happening there though?
Maybe just overcooking the tires a little bit. At the end of the day, you gotta remember as well, compared to qualifying, these cars are heavier, and with how weight transfer it is, so flicking your car a bit too hard might get you a little bit upset, and definitely not good as you see MACD. Oh,
wow!
Almost
Pretty
avoiding.
Close there.
But yeah, I think some of the newcomers are not used to our back markers. Oh, having a bit of a pace difference, definitely some of the drivers off part. And unfortunately for them, they still have to navigate through them, regardless of how different the pace is. As MACD spins it.
It's a little bit eager on the mediums early on. There you go, losing it even more. Yeah, probably finding it tough at the early phase on these harder tires. Medium tires, they are a pretty good race tire here, but I think just early on might be pushing a little too hard here, and he's down to P16. The same mistake that costed him some good positions last time out in Silverstone. Now let's turn our attention quickly to the front, where Charis has taken the lead again, and now Levi Tiger Pants. I think this might just be his opportunity this race. If not now, then when? He has taken pole today. Can he take the win as well? He's gotten past Charis. They are DRS trading lap after lap and getting themselves further ahead. Kendra has dropped off a little bit. Has he made a mistake there? And he's not catching any closer to the front train. Lee Chi-chun keeps it in P6 for now, with Ayman Haikal and Daniel swapping positions around. But this time looks like Ayman might have held his own position in P7, so they're pulling along. Ting Tong and Scientists have joined this second battle here, which is it's starting to bunch up a little bit, as these medium tires may start to feel a little better than the softs right now. 3 laps into the 4th lap now. I think it's right around the time where the mediums might just look a little bit better, but not absolutely better.
Yeah, and especially as a driver here, right, once you get into the groove, you really hate to drop off the DRS train. Slipstream, DRS, both are very important, especially here at Spa. Long straights, long sweeping corners. Once you get out the DRS and the slipstream, you kind of basically lose seconds in the lap, just because the fact that you don't have a higher top speed in certain corners that require you to have DRS. And it's gonna be you kind of see the phenomenon with Kendra right now in P4, just getting further and further away from the pack in front. And I think you can see that as well in the other drivers, such as the Ferrari of where is it?
Oh, it's disconnected. Is that why?
No.
Is that why he dropped off? Maybe he is having some connection issues. So let's quickly get the opportunity to invite him back into the session. Unfortunate though. So unfortunate for him. Many times he's fallen victim to this. It's a game issue, I guess, at the end of the day.
Do you not see Kendra? Kendra is above Lampy just now, but yeah, unfortunately for him.
Oh, my bad. I am a little blind today. It is the final race. We're starting to get a little sloppy. There you go, Kendra.
Right there.
All right, there you go. So Kendra should be in anytime soon. But that's derailed his progress a little bit. He was in the lead train and starting to catch up back to the front 4. But looks like he may not get that advantage anymore. Joyful, while all that's been going on, he's keeping it clean, and he might just catch up to Kendra though. Kendra has rejoined.
He's able to hold it, but I think soon enough Kendra might be able to get back, and and he might get the position back. Oh, that's unfortunate for
Lee Chi-chun, but for the Alfa Romeo in P5, his highest ever position ever since joining a couple of races ago. Well done to him. Kept it clean from start, let's not jinx it just yet. There is a spinning Williams in the background. Yeah, that is the Hansijumi on that hard tire. So yeah, a little bit difficult on those hards right now, and not really competitive when you compare it to the soft and mediums right now, which most of the drivers are on. Top 4 have pulled away, and now Lee Chi-chun finds himself in P5. Kendra has rejoined, has managed to stay in DRS, so he might be able to continue on his battle. Herman Haikal and Daniel and Scientist and Ting Tong are closing in as well on that battle for P5. So we have two trains here, P1 and P5, going on board with them. Let's see, Ting Tong Bell, can he... Oh, let's go on board with Scientist instead, and Daniel, if he can get past Ayman Haikal this time around. Are the medium
Well, it's a bit far.
better now?
Yeah, a bit far coming up Aruj and Ready on. A bit far, but things can happen. They could deploy. You can see 76% battery left. And with a good exit, with a good DRS, definitely could be able to hold on for that overtake. And he does coming into turn 5, but will he be able to maintain it? Ayman Haikal might make a switch back coming down into sector 2. It's going to be interesting to see, but seems like...
slide.
Ooh.
Winning up the
The
rear.
positions are secured. Oh, Ayman though sees the opportunity, thinks better of it. Definitely, it's still not done for the two of them, so it's going to be interesting to see how things go for the next 2 laps or so.
Yeah, if they can keep this up and just DRS share every other lap, they might find themselves in a comfortable position to catch up back to Kendra and Lee Chi-chun. And as yellows just further behind, is that the other Haas of MacD who's having trouble? No, it's just behind him. That Zekwen has gone around a little bit. Was that an incident there with Zekwen and another driver? But looks like he has been able to continue. No damage visibly on the car, so that's good. Keep running, and that's points for you.
It's going to be interesting as things start to settle down. See, the front grid has settled down, though now Lee Chi-chun, Kendra has overtaken his position back from Joyful. So things kind of have been neutralized, but as you can see after that as well, P7 now fighting all the way down to P10. That's going to be a fight. Interesting to see. Kukumba 11 in No Man's Land along with Zanubi, the last few off the grid.
Yeah, and top 4 battle here. Looks like it might turn into a top 3 battle here so far. Levi, Sharis and Switz pulling away. Raiden might have made a mistake there somewhere in the middle sector. He's dropped off 3 seconds and you can see so much speed. He's losing about 25 kph down the straights without the DRS, and he's going to be losing a lot of time. He has to hope that the front 2 will battle a little hard, as we saw for a moment. Momentarily. Either way works. Levi and Sharis were battling into Lecombs. That might have slowed them down a little bit, but is Raiden suffering with some issues here because he has dropped off quite a bit in the middle sector right now. So that's not looking well for him. All the while, Switz, despite being on the medium tires, has maintained his momentum, staying in the DRS string crucially for him. He is doing well in that department for now.
Yeah, and you can see drivers trying to get 3-second penalties left, right, and center. If you really want to drop off your pace, getting penalties definitely one of them. No matter how fast you are, and how close you are to the driver in front, once those 3-second penalties start to hit you at the end of the race, definitely push it down a lot. And I think drivers still don't notice how significantly those affect the points you get in the championship.
Right, this is an interesting battle for now. In the top 3, Sharis may have that slight pace advantage to pull away, but the mediums are probably a little better at this stage. And Levi also gaining in the slipstream. Long straight there. Within 6 cents, you gain even more in the slipstream. So Switz as well, getting a double toe here. Stay with the DRS. A little bit of a lockup, but yeah, I think that's not too bad of a lockup there. It is lap 8, lap 9. I think we may start to see some undercuts coming in very soon. 8 laps have been gone. It is a very long lap here on Spa, but with the reduction in lap number, we might see some action as well. Levi Tiger Pen, there you go, finally retaking the lead, and he goes up into P1 for now. Switz minding his own business here so far in P3. I think this is where Switz needs to step it up, possibly get ahead of Sharis and then control the race from P2. If you're the third man in the train, well, it's gonna get difficult for you to make pass unless you force them into an undercut or an overcut. So there you go, Switz right now in P3. He may hold the cards here. He may be the first one to jump into the pits and may trigger a flurry of pit stops, and that might send Sharis and Levi into a little bit of a panic because the undercut is pretty powerful around here. You can gain 3 seconds if you nail the outlap. Let's ride on board with them for a few more corners and see who blinks first in this battle for the win. Can Switz get his second win of the season? Can Levi get his first of the season? or will Charis get one more to add to his tally in this season? I've lost count. Probably 7, probably 8.
At this point, who's counting, huh? But I think for Switch to even able to block the undercut, he also has to be confident in his pace as well. Does he think that he's able to keep the two of them behind him when he goes to the pits? I think that's one thing to see. Or will he just say, screw it, keep my head down. I'll just be here to like spectate and see if they make a mistake. Because usually what happens here, in any race is that you just spectate someone, the cars in front might crash out, and you just get the positions for free. So, as he almost runs to the back of the two of them. So it's definitely something that he might be thinking. But, Switz, enough of experience in multiple titles to know that he would know his strategy very well indeed. And, he has his game plan on.
Exactly. This top 3, very experienced, very smart, and I don't think they'll be wasting time on the battles. They are DRS trading every lap. This might be the opportunity now. Finally, Switz takes the chance to make a double pass. Not a double pass. Levi gets passed twice by Charis and Switz. So up into P1 and P2.
Though.
Yeah, and this you don't want to battle here into the middle sector. I think Levi realizes that. Let's Switz. Keep the position. Keep the DRS into Charis. You don't want to lose that DRS to that guy up ahead. And looks like it might just happen. Charis looking at the opportunity. He might just go for it. And the gap is starting to open up here.
Yeah, I think Levi pressuring Switz has definitely affected his ability to stay on track. I think Levi also was not happy that he got overtaken. And, with this, definitely has compromised the two of them. It might mean that Charis might just run away with the two of if they're unable to DRS.
On the verge of losing the car there, Switz pushing hard. Charis, yeah, there you go, finally. He's deploying a little bit of his battery, a lot of his battery in fact, to pull that gap. Switz not doing anything in return that might drop him out of DRS range. This is risky play from Switz. He is low on the battery. Well, that means Levi has to do the heavy lifting now onto the first corner. Oh no, they pit. There you go. Charis is into the pit, so he's gonna get rid of the soft tires. It's gonna be hards. It's gonna be mediums for him. That's definitely gonna be a set of hards, probably for Levi if he's gonna go long.
Mediums, I see. Mediums are carving out.
There you go. All right, medium tires in for Switz and for Charis as well. There you go, and that is the undercut being triggered. Raiden now inherits that P2. Despite being 7 seconds away, a few more drivers jumping into the pits, and that is Ayman Haikal following his teammate in. And there you go, first pit stops have begun. 9 laps into the race, and lap number 10, we are getting a lot of pit stops here.
Now here's my question for you. Did Switz not react just because he would like to isolate Levi to be the only driver to fight with? He knows that he can't fight with Charis. He might as well just isolate Levi so that, when he undercuts it, Charis will be further away ahead and he'll be just fighting for Levi for P2 instead of fighting for P1.
Yeah, was that smart though by Levi to pressurize Switz into the middle sector and losing them both the chance to catch up to Charis. But now with this undercut attempt, Charis has gained a little bit more on the exit as well, but he is fighting Kendra, losing a little bit of the time.
Tap on the wall and then bugger.
Wow, alright. And that might just be the saving grace that Switz needs here. Out of the pits, now he's gonna catch up to Kendra in the wrong part of the track though, in the middle sector where it's a little difficult to pass. Having these special tires though, can he get past early on?
I don't think there's damage on the front end plate on that Red Bull, but that's very slow though, so it's gonna be compromise for the two of them. So definitely will not be happy with the difference in pace. Definitely deploying all the overtake it could, just so it could be done by the bus stop. But
Levi's staying out.
Enough. Levi's staying out though. I think he's gonna go for the lap 11, lap 12 pit stop, and go for maybe a soft tire change. Who knows? But for now, it's gonna be an interesting fight for them. But Switz still behind Kendra. That's definitely not ideal for Switz. It's just gonna be as much as he could. Oh, a small lift.
Just not smart there by either drivers. I think Switz is losing a little bit of a touch here. Playing a little bit of DRS chicken there. What's Kendra doing that? He's losing himself time. Sure, Switz is losing himself the time as well. Now Charis gets the opportunity to pull away. However, I believe, like you said, Nick, Levi might just go for the alternate strat. Go for the soft tires at the end of the race. So, will this be an opportunity for Levi or not? We will find out. Kendra though, Oh, really
Oh, the
holding
big
out
difference is
Switz there.
annoying.
This is not looking to be good for Switz here. Poor choice early on to not attack and stay within DRS, and now he's paying the consequences,
Ooh,
getting
ow.
stuck behind Kendra for a lap. And that has
Pushing him
cost
away,
him
though.
5 seconds to Charis in these past
Yeah.
2 laps.
Could be unfortunate. And so it's going to be also unfortunate for Switz as well with the gap with Levi. Levi has basically clean laps the entire time, and Switz has already been behind Kendra for like a lap and a half. So it's going to be interesting to see where Levi might show up after the pit stop. Oh, Switz as well gets a 3-second penalty, so definitely not helping with the situation. Definitely gotten a bit too frustrated with Kendra, or maybe just with the race as a whole. So definitely gonna be interesting to see where he ends up at the end of the race.
There we go. So more pit stops coming in. Daniel has made his pit stop onto a set of hard tires, super wide there in the dirty air. But there you go, gets past, or not yet. He is side by side, gets a little bit ahead, runs in deep and claims that chicane. And there you go, he is ahead for now. But he's under attack again from Ting Tong and Tsujumi, the Williams and the AlphaTauri pairing up on him. Looks like it's side by side they are. Or is there going to be a little bit of contact
gonna
there?
be a contact
It is. Oh no,
for
not
the
a
two
corner
of
to go
them.
side by side. And both drivers
Oh my
paying
God.
the price. And that is a virtual
Yes,
safety
virtual.
car. Is that an opportunity for some drivers to pit? Who's into the pits? It is Kendra into the pits. He might just come out ahead of some drivers here with that VSC being deployed.
Kendra's in the pits. I saw Ernest was maybe in the pits, but Suzunubi's in the pits right now. I think most of the hard drivers will be in for their laps. I think Levi won't be a good time for Levi as well as Raiden pitting in this time round. But
how long will the VSC stay out though, Nick?
uh,
If he stays
Not-
out for
not
a
too
full
long.
lap, it might just help them out. They are still himself and Raiden in sector 2. It's a long way to go till the pit lane. This may last a little longer. Sometimes it may last quite long, but we'll find out. If it blinks on the top left, there you go.
Nope.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Kendra gets a
Oh,
drive through
Kendra.
under the safety car. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. He was looking pretty good there with that alternate strategy, fitting under the VSC just as the VSC came out. But unfortunate for Levi, he's not able to capitalize on that. Probably 30
Yeah.
seconds earlier, he would have been able to make a pit stop and would have come out right around where Charis is, and it would have heated up the battle once again.
As now as well, we're close to half. Actually, we passed the halfway point, but as you can see here, more than half the grid now with penalties. So it's gonna, at this point, the penalty lights don't mean jack. But we see two drivers getting drive-throughs or speeding on the virtual safety car. Both definitely need to serve their drive-throughs by the within a specific amount of time.
Really?
So right
3
now-
laps exactly from now.
Ah.
Better to serve it early in case there's a late safety car, which may, complicate things. There you go. Raiden finally making his one and only pit stop onto a set of soft tires. P4 is where he is right now. Can he catch up to Switz by the end of this stint?
Likely, given that there is also a 3-second penalty as well, so it's gonna be pretty easy for Raiden to catch up, so long as Switz does not find any other traffic tail behind. So that's gonna be something that Raiden has to figure it out. So Levi now, the only driver at the front that has not pitted, so it's gonna be interesting to see how his race will end up by the
Levi
end of
and
it.
Kukumba, the only two drivers yet to pit. Kukumba having to serve that drive-through though, so he'll come out back on that old medium tires. Unfortunate for him, you can't choose to serve a drive-through or a pit stop in this game, so he'll have to serve that drive-through first. And now I'm guessing he's going to be boxing at the end of this lap. Get rid of those medium tires and finally go on to a set of softs. So does Levi. How long is he going to wait? The longer he waits, the faster Shari is going to catch up.
Yeah, Li Chichun, joyful, already overtaken Kukumba right now for the position. They have the fresher tire here, though definitely the medium tires have definitely been on the end of their leg. So very interesting to see where where Kukumba might end up after the pit stops, given that the rest of them have pitted right now. There is a car
Is that scientist? Oh,
Un-
it's gone a little
that
wild.
is scientist, unfortunately spun and recovered on track though. In the way, but
Yeah.
not too much.
No idea what experiment is running there at Le Chicane, but that did not yield a good result. He's down to P13 on those hard tires. Perhaps hard tires not favorable towards this part of the race, and he's running
Oh.
pretty wide there, so I think he might have picked up some damage. There you go, yeah, there is some damage on that front left end plate of that Red Bull, and he's losing plenty of time understeering everywhere. Levi Tiger Pants, there we go, finally into the pits, and out of the pits, he is going to stay
How
ahead
is
of
he-
Raiden. Alright.
How is he behind Switz?
How is it behind Switz? Good question. 4 laps undercut by Switz and Sharice. That's the answer for you. Those medium tires are pretty good. 4 laps undercut, possibly losing 2 to 3 seconds a lap. And that's how he has lost all that time. 13 seconds to the lead. But being on these fresh soft tires, how much more can he close down? Is P2 the best he could do today? Or is he having enough pace for P1? With the big man running away right now, that's looking harder and harder for Levi to claim his first win of the season.
It is, but it's a bit disappointing how the front grid of the 4 drivers battling out for P1 has definitely spread it out. Kind of expected them to be a bit closer than usual, but as you can see, tire strategy does play a big role in this race. So unfortunately for them, so I guess it's just a game of catch up for at least Levi and Raiden, both in the softer tire compound, so definitely more pace to be had. Though you gotta be worried about overheating, but Spa, given long stretches of road where you can cool down your tires, I don't think you expect any overheating in this section.
Nah, I don't think so. The 2 long straights, like you say, might be good enough to cool those tires. And Levi will get an opportunity to set the fastest lap as well on these medium tires right now. As it stands, the fastest lap belongs to, well, Sharice with a 43.6. So Levi will have to improve about 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds from his PB. And that will possibly secure him that fastest lap. Raiden unable to secure the fastest lap despite being on the soft tires, or is he going for it right now? He's 8 tenths up, across the line he goes. It's only a 45.3, he's not able to catch up. There you go, so Levi pushing on this lap, he is already closing in on Switz as we speak. 6 seconds is the gap at the start of this lap, and he's starting to gain little by little. Can't gain any more as these soft tires might have just fired up by now.
Definitely gonna be a spectacle to watch for them. But it's interesting to see as you look at tire strategies that some of the drivers opted for a hard tire rather than a soft tire or a medium tire. Not sure if that is the way to go, but I think they had enough time to see other drivers that were in the hard compound tire to go for it. I think we had the likes of McD, or who was it that was in the hard tire at the start of the stints?
Oh,
So
was
they
that
would have seen-
Kukumba? Yeah, Kukumba.
Yeah,
in
they
313.
would have been able to see that the pace was not there. So it's very interesting to see that they
My
still opted
apologies.
for the hard
Kukumba
tires.
was on the medium tire, so it was the Williams of Ansujumi and the Alfa Romeo of Zanubi, who's currently running in P10. They were on the hard tires at the start, so it was, well, not the worst tire to be on, but they are on the better tire right now on the medium tires. There you go, Zanubi running in P10. McD picking up another penalty there. Kukumba on the soft tires. Can he chase down McD? Looks like he has the pace on those fresh tires right now. Levi Tiger Pants now 1.5 second up. Is that enough though to get the fastest lap of the race?
Maybe, but I think we'll see as you come into the bus stop across the line, and
Oh,
not really.
43.8. I wonder how far that was. Just 2 tenths away from Sharice's best lap. That means he's gonna try harder, but I don't think these tires can do another lap at that pace. He is catching up to Switz though, who has a 3-second time penalty, so half a second more, and he's gonna get that P2 anyway. But he is, well, it was 13 seconds at the start of the stint, and now it's down to only 10 seconds, so he's starting to catch. But does he have enough laps remaining in this car, in these tires as well? I don't think so. I think Sharice has this in the bag, but still 7 laps to go, anything could happen.
And also, with how hard he's pushing, would he able to maintain this pace though? Given that at this point, comparing fastest lap time, Switz is about 2 seconds slower than Levi in this different compound tire. Just now, as you see it with the fastest lap comparisons, so it's definitely gonna be interesting to see if he's able to catch up to Switz. Though it doesn't really matter right now, given that Levi's within the penalty window. So it's just gonna be Levi just making sure he's within 3 seconds, and you'll get an easy P2 compared to Switz, who has to fight for it.
Right, riding on board with McD in the Haas here, attacking Kukumba, who overtook him before that DRS. And now this is an opportunity for Maggie. Playing it smart there, and he gets past Kukumba once again. Despite being on the soft tires, I think Kukumba could have waited for that DRS straight to make that pass and pull away in the middle sector, while Magdi is running on the hard tires, so definitely advantage for Kukumba as he is on a super fresh soft tires here. Oh, runs super wide though, taking an alternate line sort of.
Maybe, but both drivers now really close to each other. It's funny how P10, P11 to P16 all have 3-second penalties. I was gonna say penalties gonna affect their positions, but none of them will get any positions affected. Whereas Zanubi is gonna run in front with 3 seconds ahead, given that.
There you go. That's 6 seconds now for the Williams.
But as you can see here, Zanubi managed to get P9 given that Ting Tong Bell has 6 seconds of penalty. So long as Zanubi maintains the gap to Ting Tong Bell, P9 is gonna be an easy pick for him.
Right, pushing the tires, pushing the car, pushing the limits on the final race here. No holds barred, nothing left to lose. Levi Tiger Pence in the Williams here, finding himself now within 1 second of Switz, and that's good news if you want to get past this Mercedes and head after the other Mercedes powered car, the McLaren, the champion of season 7, Shari. So is pulling away from Switz. So there you go, one small mistake in one crucial part of the race, and Switz has fallen out of DRS. Levi has fallen out of DRS as well. Was he to blame? Was Switz to blame for their attack? We don't know, but nevertheless, it has provided us some good battle early on. That is really hard there, pushing super hard.
Yeah, and right now Levi, it's gonna be, I don't know. He might be able to catch up to Sharius, but I think by the time he caught up to Sharius, might be a little bit too late, a little bit too little, too late, and. Not sure if he's gonna be angry at his strategy, because I feel like his strategy definitely has affected the amount of time that he has lost in this whole thing, especially given that he didn't pit at the virtual safety car as well. So definitely a lot more time to be had, but better to have no penalties than to have a bunch of penalties and affecting your race results. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think Levi will still be alright with P2. So we'll see how he is able to get that P2 on track, which right now very close enough to Switz with enough energy as well. It's going to be a very easy overtake with DRS and Barry for the two of them, and it is side by side coming into
that much of a defense here. He knows he's going to be slow. And there you go, Levi Tiger Pence is up into P2 right now. 7.5 seconds to chase for his first race win here. Can he do it?
If it's 2 seconds a lap, 2, 4, 6.
Well, unless it's a
just about
safety
there.
car. Excuse me, just a cough, but
no.
yeah, there you go. 5 laps to go in this race. Looks like Charis might just have it in the
more
bag.
penalties. More penalties to be had for these drivers as everyone keeps trying to extend the track limits. Guys, you are in an F1 car, not a GT car. Your tires need to be inside the curbs, not on the curbs.
Oh well, it happens. The skies are getting a little dark though, but I don't think that's enough to warrant any rain. Maybe a few drops at the end, but I don't think it's looking like it's gonna rain as it is. Kendra here, after an unfortunate disconnection which saw him drop off from the lead train, and now he's finding himself in P6 with a 3-second time penalty to his name, and Ayman Haikal on the medium tires up ahead as well, so the mediums might start to feel a little second hand right now. Does Kendra have any more pace left? With just about 4 laps to go. Can he get past Ayman Haikal and then pull out a 3-second gap for that P5? All the while, Ayman Haikal just saving up all his battery that he could for that eventual attack if it arrives. Yellow flag in Sector 2.
That's a safety car. I swear to God, you rigged it. You rigged it. You don't even dare tell me you didn't rig it.
Which Haas was it that went around? Was it Daniel? Or was it McD that went around? There was a little Haas.
No, that was Daniel.
On the
that was
screen.
definitely Daniel.
And that means that is a full-blown safety car. Charis is in the middle sector, so he will get the opportunity to pit. Levi will get a chance to pit as well. Kendra picked up a 5 there for speeding into the pit lane.
Oh my God.
Switz, this might be his redemption here. Redemption for Raiden as well, since he dropped out of the lead, and now he may find himself an opportunity to possibly challenge for the win at the end of this race here. But But, a big but here. It is lap 19. Safety car will be going in at the end of lap 20. We will get 2 laps of racing, no DRS. So it is important drivers make their pit stop right now. Otherwise, they're going to be having trouble by the end of the safety car period here.
Yeah, as we see, drivers start to bunch up. Here's a question though: will they end under the safety car? I don't think we are able to catch up in time for everyone to be able
Safety
to,
car
you know.
is on the exit of turn 1, so it is waiting for the leader. Good time for the leaders to pit for sure. Will you want to stay out if you're Charis? Will you pit? I
No.
think he has that 7-second gap. Nothing to lose anymore in the championship. Go for it, I guess. Levi might go for it.
I think Levi would not go for it if Charis goes for it, but for track position and track position alone. So I think Charis has to think about it. Oh,
there
and
you
he
go.
does.
He's in. Alright.
He's in, but Levi's not. Oh, but Levi's. Oh, Levi goes in as well. Why though?
Switch is in,
Switch
alright.
is going as well.
There you go. Everyone's going in. So might as well be on the freshest tires for the best chance to fight for it. Raiden Shogun in P4. Clear from drivers ahead and behind. He's going to take this opportunity as well. Iman Haikal for the behind, so I think he will have a clean pit stop as well. No double stacking with his teammate Lee Chi Chun on those hard tires here. Well, he might want to start catching up a little quicker here once the delta goes off, and he will have to make his pit stop to get a set of soft tires for this restart. And now this is the crucial part. This is the one and only lap under the safety car, lap 20. So if you're making a pit stop, make it quick, catch up to the pack as soon as possible, because the safety car will be going at the end of this lap. With 2 laps to go after this, no DRS, it's all about brute force, who has the better tires to force the overtake, to force that win here today. Charis in P1 holds the advantage. Levi on fresh tires here, 2 laps to go. He definitely knows how to fight for a race win. Switch here, despite the 3-second penalty, he knows how to fight as well. Will he bring it home, or will he fall short? Raiden in P4, no penalties to his name as well. He might fancy himself a top 3, especially with 2 laps to go. I don't think Switch may be able to pull off that 3-second gap. Lee Chi Chun has decided to stay out, opting for track position, but old tires here. What's happening to Kendra is that some cheeky driving under the safety car. Is Ayman not catching up to the safety car? He is. There you go. I think Delta might have gone off. So there you go. Just catching up. Kenrick stayed out.
Delta should have gone off.
Kenrick stayed out. There you go. 3 drivers who have stayed out. Lee Chi Chun have stayed out. Kendrick has stayed out. And Zachman have stayed out. Well, that's not going to be too well for them, I guess. Because, well, old tires against fresh softs, I think, you know the answer. It's pretty clear here.
You see drivers start to catch up to the grid, but safety car is in this lap. It's gonna be very interesting to see how the grid restarts.
Oh no.
Only the front of the grid is able to fight cleanly, though the rest of them definitely
worrying
a little bit
signs there
annoying.
for Scientist Nick. I think he's down in P15 and he's only just made it past sector 1. He's at Lecom chicane now. You can see on top right, that blue
Poor
dot, that
guy.
Red Bull is so far away. Well, Charis play the good game and hold up the pack. No, he's
He
only
will.
worried about his race. That means I think Scientist might fall short here today,
Oh my
despite
God.
having the better strategy. Oh, safety car restart. It is a little bit sketchy.
As it always does. Car behind though will get the benefits of not having colder tires, as we see the cars behind the last few at the back of the pack start to bunch up as we start
There you go.
back again. As Levi already not a bit further than Charis than he would like, but given that he is in the soft tire, he has the faster car. Definitely will try to catch up as soon as possible.
Penultimate lap of the race of the season, number 7 here. Charis leads away on the restart. Levi Tiger Pants pushing hard to catch up. Switz in P3, Raiden in P4. Can he jump Switz? Well, Ayman Haikal get a jump in position as well. We see, Ting Tong Bell, what's happened to him? A crash on the exit of Uruj. Not the best way to end your season. He ends it, well, the most fashionable way in Spa, crashing into Uruj and Radion. He's out of the race. He's gonna finish down in P15 or 16 if he gets slapped here. Kukumba in P10, forced to slow down a little bit there.
Yeah, unfortunate for the AlphaTauri right here, but the remaining of the race, as you see, I just realized I saw Switz. If he gets the 3-second penalty applied to him, he's gonna fall all the way back down into P5 because how bunched up the grid is after the safety car restart. So definitely unfortunate for the driver, but he has to make sure he has, makes the gap as fast as possible. Maybe working with Levi, to get away from the rest of the drivers. Though that's not gonna be helpful, as Raiden and Ayman, both pretty quick drivers, so it's gonna be the front pack not being able to pull away as fast as he would like as you come into almost the final lap soon, as Charis still leads strongly 1.5 seconds ahead of the Williams right now. Oh, as you see a caution in sector 2, that's another AlphaTauri, I think, out in spun. Actually, there's 2 cars spun in sector 2. I'm not sure what has happened there. I think both drivers are recovering though. So, very interesting final few laps here.
Fastest lap taken away by Charis here, and this is the final lap of the season, ladies and gentlemen. One final lap on this crap version of Spa. Let's say goodbye. And here we have a battle for P2 on track. Despite the 3-second penalty, Switz may want to finish ahead in case that 3-second gets removed, but no DRS yet. This is only the second lap on the restart. Well, once we get into F124, we'll have DRS much sooner. But yeah, there you go. No opportunity to pass on that straight. But here comes Daniel Opmer and Kendra. They are going side by side into turn 4 here. Kendra goes for the lunge. No holds barred here, but finds himself a little too aggressive, and Daniel holds his position and he goes up to P6. Now can he pull away? He has a 6-second time penalty. Can he get away from Kendrick? Can he get away from Kendra? Can he get away from Zinubi, who might just be within touching distance of that P6?
I think he is within touching distance of the P6. So long as he keeps it in front, I think if Kendra continues to fight with Daniel, it might be beneficial for Zenu, but he might actually pull all the way up to P6. So it's going to be interesting to see how this restart ends up. Kendra might make for a very last lunge at the bus stop if he misses his braking point. Though if you're smart enough, you definitely would not want to do that because that is not beneficial to you. So let's see how the drivers go.
Oh, 3 more seconds for him. Oh, alright.
That poor thing.
Well, I guess we can say one last penalty of this season, of this game. There you go. Across the bus stop chicane. One more time, your season champion comes across the line and wins the Belgian GP. Levi Tiger Pants falls short but comes home in P2. Switz takes that P3 away, but Raiden will take it away after penalties. Ayman Haikal falls short of that P4. Who's gonna come home in P6? Is it Daniel? Is it Kendrick? It is the newbie who gets P6 at the end of the day, thanks to all the penalties, to drivers around him. His best finish of the season. Kendrick in 7, Daniel in P8 for his debut. Lee Chi-chun makes it up to P9, McD in P10, Kukumba comes home in 11, Kendra in P12, and unfortunately for the Williams of Ansajumi, the Red Bull of scientists got caught out, but the late safety car, they're only going to finish in 13 and 14, and that's going to be some donuts to end off the season.
Might get disqualified if he doesn't cross the line just yet. Oh, and he goes last. Oh well.
No,
GG.
Zach went slap, so there you go. There you go.
Oh,
what a way to end the season. What a way to say goodbye to F1 23. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 races have come to an end. We are finally done with the season. I can't wait to go to bed every Friday from now on.
We're not just done yet. We still have some races coming soon. So you're not done just yet.
Indeed, we do have an ACC season coming up very, very soon. The registration is open. If you are interested in ACC, regardless if you're a rookie, a seasoned veteran, or even just a seasoned rookie, join us as the races are going to be held Fridays 9 p.m. same time as our F1 races. Of course, there's no F1 races while ACC races are going on. Bi-weekly races. Is it weekly races? Yeah, weekly races. For ACC, only 6 races, short calendar, so come in, jump in into a car, whichever you like, get a race on. In the description, you can find the link to our Discord server, and then you can find the registration link in the Discord server as well. Just give a hi somewhere around there, and someone will guide you through. There you go. For one last time of the season, Nick. This is your finishing grade.
It is. It's nice to see Charis right in front, Levi as well, Raiden. Unfortunate for Switz, now in P4 after all the penalties applied. So definitely a bit bittersweet for him to end the season that way, but it has been an amazing season to see all the drivers. Oh my god, so many penalties.
Woo!
But along with just now, as you said, the ACC races, we have a upcoming Merdeka race. I think that's still in the plans for now.
Mhm.
So definitely looking forward to that. Registration should be open soon for the Merdeka race. Just a bit of final touches to our details before we post it on SimGrid. But yeah, it has been fun commentating this season with you.
Yeah, and I hope Tuna, you had fun as well, spectating how things are run.
Tuna's not here due
oh,
to
he's gone.
network issues.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
due to network issues, he's gone earlier.
All right, I'll hope to see Tuna soon as well. Maybe next season, if you could join us for commentary, that would be beautiful. And there you go, folks. Let's get a little read on the chat. What's going on? GG's, good race, good season. Well, I think it's safe to say we'll miss F1 23 by far. You know, the better game of the last two that we've had. But yeah, times have to move. We'll move along with it as well. F1 24 will be back. Maybe around September, maybe around October. We'll find out soon. Or maybe even next year, depending on how things go around in the community. But stay tuned for the announcements. For the time being, I think we can call it a day, Nick, and move on to the interviews for today.
Alright.
Right, let's get a scientist in. First driver. Hello there, scientist. Unfortunately with that safety car at the end there, it was a very late safety car, and then pitting for fresher tires, definitely a good strat, but with how far you had to catch up, I don't think that helped your plans today.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of disappointing race today, but I don't think it sums up the fun I had the entire season. I mean, it's been a heck of a season. We didn't seal P4 in the championship in the end, but it's quite okay. Yeah, I tried my best, but a lot of factors came into play when it came to my P15 finish. I think there's a little moment with me and Zunubu there. I did a George Russell on me in like Australia 2024, and yeah, and I crashed out in quali. So I think the best way to just relieve that would be the donuts. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. We enjoyed the donuts there. For a moment, we thought you're going to be dropping down to P16. But yeah, those donuts, I think, a good way to say goodbye to the game and to Spa as well and to the season. Been wonderful to have you around. And looking forward to next season, whenever it may be. Hope you start grinding from now itself. Because season 8 will probably be coming soon. Or maybe next year. We don't know yet, but, better start grinding early. Any last words for the season? Probably your best moment of the season. Which was it?
I think it was Austria. A lot of teamwork, a lot of a lot of like team strats and whatnot. It was definitely really, really fun. So yeah, time to host some F1 24 open lobbies and get grinding. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, scientists. We
Thank
have
you, Kevin.
plenty more drivers waiting in the wings to join us in the commentary box. So let's get the trio this time. Let's get the drivers who finish in P2, 3, and 4. First of all, we have Levi, and let's also get in Raiden, and let's also get in Switz. A rare triple
Hey, everyone
appearance.
here, yeah.
A rare triple appearance in the commentary box. Hello, Levi, Raiden, Switz. Good to see you guys. And that was a good first few laps. You guys were in the top 4, top 5 battle, and then we saw Kendra fall off, and then Raiden, you fell off the top 3, and then Sharis went for the overtake on you, Levi. Switz went for the overtake as well. And then something happened there in the middle sector. You guys were battling, and then you lost out on DRS. Switz, you first. What happened there? Was that the defining moment of your race, losing DRS to Sharis?
I think that was one of the many decisions or like moments that I lost the race, but I was in the pace either way.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Levi? Was that an unintentional attack, or was that, an intent to attack Switz there to possibly isolate him from the battle with Charis? Because that was looking like the opportunity for you to claim your first victory today.
Yeah, it was a bit of both. Like I was seeing if I could get him out of position to do an easy overtake, and that didn't happen. So I knew we'd lose time, but I don't think it mattered in the end because they both pitted anyway. So it was only like
Uh-huh.
half a second lost, and Shara's pace on the softs was crazy. So second was probably the best I could do, but it was fun
Yeah.
racing.
Raiden, what about you? That last safety car gave you a lifeline from P5. Possibly, win would have been there if the front runners messed it up. But how was it looking like after the first 4 or 5 laps? What happened there when you started to drop off the DRS train?
I mean, it's simple as following too close and too long behind the car, and then I locked up into turn 1, and basically I just lost all my grips from the front. Checked my MFD for that, and looking at my tire was like 103 or 4 degrees Celsius. There, I was like, nah.
Very hot.
I mean,
Yeah,
I just lost it there. Like, basically, I mean, all I want to see is those 3 of them, 4 of them. I mean, all 4 of us battling each other. I could be joining in, but I was thinking of the championship standings to be in P2 a bit. So yeah, I mean, trying to take a race, but I mean, guess it wasn't meant to.
Right. Levi, back to you. Not the worst. I'd say there's still some consolation in this race. You claimed your first pole position of the season. Of course, the caveat is Shars did not qualify on a set of softs, so it still counts. You get a pole for the season. How was that shaping up? Your final qualifying lap of the season.
Yeah, it was a nice lap. I tried doing my lower downforce setup on the previous lap, and I invalidated. And the lap before that wasn't in, so pressure was on, and I switched to the high downforce one, and I felt much more comfortable on that, and managed to put together a good lap.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but then at the start of the race, DRS trains, DRS battles, that one moment, the double overtake that you lost 2 positions, not a double overtake, losing 2 positions to Swiss and Charis might have been the race-defining moment for you? Or was it the VSC, which came out probably 30 seconds too late or 30 seconds too early?
Yeah, that annoyed me.
If it was a little earlier or a little late, you would have boxed on either lap and be in the fight for the lead.
Yeah, when I saw it coming out, I figured it was going to come in before the end of the lap, but I was hoping it'd go longer, but it was a pretty short one. So, yeah, and the the double overtake, I saw it coming, but didn't really know what to do. But yeah, like I said, I don't think it mattered too much with Shiraz's pace on the softs.
Yeah, exactly. Any last words from you guys? Maybe a highlight of this season, probably the best or the worst moment that you'd like to share. Switz, maybe you first?
Was obviously the one race win I have this season in Miami. I think that was like my best. I think my worst is like ones where I made the most mistakes. I think in the middle of the season. Probably like I don't remember the races now. Portugal. First race.
Was it Miami where you got your first win, right? Yeah.
Yes, that was Miami.
All right. And how does it feel to fall just ever so short from claiming the Constructors' Championship? It was going so well for Mercedes in the first half of the season, and then it started to unravel a little bit for both drivers. What would you have done anything differently to possibly hold on to a chance heading into these final 2 races?
Maybe 10 more races.
That's definitely helpful.
But it's fine because I'm just more chill throughout this entire season. Like I'd rather be chill and then be like in P5 or something than stress myself out and be P1.
Right. Raiden, what's your best moment of the season? Apart from probably the race win that you inherited in Baku, that was probably the best race of your season.
Nah, that wasn't the best race. The best race was Spain between me and Levi.
Right.
Let's be honest. That final few laps and going down to the wire. I mean, a win is inherited for me, so it wasn't actually my win. It was actually Charlie's win, but he made some crucial error over there. But yeah, it was handed to me. But what makes me excited for this season towards the end is basically Spain. So me and Levi, Spain, Austria, I think as well.
Yep. The last two
Yeah, I
races
think-
have been very back and forth between the two of you.
Yeah, so that's what I would say the highlight of the season actually. So
Right, and finally over to Levi, who claimed your first pole this season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's your first pole, right? Your highlight of the season, Levi, what was it? Moving on. Well, apart from being the best reserve of the season and not getting a full-time seat ever.
Probably, well, the most fun I had was probably that Spain race because, yeah, not just the end, but pretty much the whole race. Me and Raiden were fighting, which was fun, even though I ended up behind in the end. But yeah, and other than that, maybe the 3 P2s in a row I got early in the season. There were some fun races in there, but yeah, lots of good races and fun fights.
Yeah, and that's been the 3 drivers who had a chance for the race victory today. But once again, it was Charis who came on top. And now we'll say goodbye to Levi, Raiden and Switz as we will invite Ayman Haikal into the...
Joyful first.
Oh, Joyful's around? Oh yeah, let's bring him in. So hello Joyful, you're finally in the media room. So welcome to the interview. So how was the race today? I think that race start was the best we have seen from you until in the past few races. You were up to P5 at one moment, and then the safety car, and then the pit stops came. What was your feeling at that time, running so high up?
I'm here. Wait, say that again? I'm sorry.
Sorry, okay, yeah, we'll repeat. So, we saw you running in P6 after a few laps. A lot of drivers had incidents behind you, and you found yourself out of incidents, running in P6, and then Kendra disconnected. You got up to P5, battled with him for a while, and then from there on, finishing P9, right? How was this? How was the race for you, especially the first few laps? How did you feel?
First 2 laps, I didn't do that on purpose because somebody bumped into me behind, and I got promoted after P6. He basically bumped into my rear and made me dive bomb everybody, and I still didn't got damaged for some reason. And I was the rookie, the answer Jimmy guy, and I still got footage as well. And this race was just amazing.
Definitely, I think one of your better performances. I mean, it's only been a few races, but this has been the best one so far, and how fitting it was the final race. Sadly, we can't see any more of that this season. Will you be joining next season though if it's around?
Oh, definitely, and I do definitely want some permanent seats. You know what I mean? And I definitely, because of the worst ever weekend I got in the British GP, finally I get to do something that in the Belgian GP, and after 10 or 15 laps of the race, everything just goes downhill. I got overtaken by everybody, almost everyone. Ayman, I got into an incident with him, which I dived into the fastest corner on the track, and I also got into an incident with Kendra on almost the last lap because he T-boned me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, I think you've kept it relatively clean on track, and good points finish as well to finish off the season for Alfa Romeo. We will finalize the standings and announce if you guys have managed to jump anyone in the standings right now. I think you might just be pretty close to getting a P7 there in the constructors. So well done to you and Zinubi as well for keeping it on track for as long as possible, and P6 for a teammate. What a good show from him as well. So now we'll have to say goodbye to you for a moment as we will let's get Ayman into the watch chat here. So Ayman, welcome. And constructors champion, how does that feel to be on your name, on your team's name for this season?
It's a very good feeling to start with. It was until British Grand Prix was a hard fought battle with Mercedes and Williams at one point, but yeah, in the end we came out on top, luckily. with Charis as well,
Uh-huh.
winning every most of the races. That
Right.
definitely helped.
Right, so that's another thing that we have discussed the entire season, right? We know Charis is pretty quick, probably one of the quickest, definitely a little bit faster than everyone else, but him alone could not have won the championship, right? If you take a look at the points that you have contributed, without your points, I think you guys would have been P4 or P5. So your contribution helped as well. And coming into today's race, Aiman, we know you had a qualifying ban, right? We expected both the Mercedes to show up and possibly challenge for a P2, P3, or even play some team tactics, possibly to not let Charis win. But did that put some pressure on you before knowing there was only one Mercedes showing up today, starting last?
No, not at all. Because I was minding my own race today because I know I would start from the back. Just today is just avoiding any collisions with other cars.
Right, and I think that definitely helped you out because look at the final positions. I think you are P7 today, right? Or P5 was that? I'm starting to lose track.
Yeah, P5. I was
Right, P5. Yes, P5. There you go. So that, if I'm correct, as I'm seeing the live standings being updated, that brings the total for McLaren exactly 400 points. You guys have, have crossed the finish line as the champions, 45 points ahead of Mercedes. That last 3-4 races, I think, was the turning point from Spain onwards, where Swiss had a retirement, and in Austria he had a retirement. AJ had a poor race in Austria, and it was a little bit back and forth between y'all at the start of the season as well. You weren't having the best race in the first half, but in the second half, I think your results definitely proved it. One last question: what's your best moment of the season?
Best moment of the season, Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
It's in between the Azerbaijan sprint and Austria sprint where I led the race at one point.
Aha.
Probably.
Right. Was that Hungary or Spain? Was it?
Azerbaijan sprint and Austria sprint.
Yes.
Well,
All right. Right. So the sprint race, leading the race, definitely a little bit of a pressure, but I think having a teammate like Charis definitely helps to calm your nerves. Hopefully.
But to be honest, I think today's race is probably my best moment. Starting from the back, finishing in the top 5, getting driver of the day as well.
Yeah,
in the
exactly. So that's definitely going to boost some morale. Anyway, P5, P1 and 5, I think that might just be McLaren's best finish of the season. It is. They have plenty of 1 and 6s across the season, 1 and 7s, 3 and 9s, I see 3 and 8, so a bit up and down everywhere. But yeah, I think the best race of the season for the team, and good way to wrap it up the season. Well, that's it, Aiman. I guess we'll see you next season if you're around.
I hope so. Probably.
Yeah. So we'll have to finalize the championship standings right after this to see where you exactly finish in the drivers championship as well. It is looking pretty good. You might just be tied for P7 or P6. So if there are any incidents after the race, as we can see, Kendra is on 135 points, while Aiman and Kendrick are tied for 134. Aiman will take that position away for P7 right now due to countback, is it? Yeah, we'll find out who gets on the countback. Might be Kendrick, might be Aiman
right now.
So still plenty of things to sort it out after the race. There will be incidents, ladies and gentlemen. Once that is confirmed, we will have a final standing, and that's it for this season. Nick, over to you to wrap it up for one last time.
Yeah, for one last time. If you enjoyed racing, seeing all the races here, definitely do check us out on Discord. We have our community Discord linked in the description below. That's where you get to see all our signups. We have upcoming races for the Merdeka race. It's Malaysia's Independence Day on the August 31st. We're gonna have a race then. We do also have the upcoming ACC season. That's gonna be something to look out for as well. Signups are pretty low right now, so we encourage drivers to come in, sign up and race with us. That way we know that we are able to maintain that league for those that actually want to race in more competitive races. though the competitiveness is questionable when the grid is so sparse. So please sign up. But yeah, if you like what you see here, please sure to give us a like. Please sure to subscribe as well for any upcoming commentary for our remaining seasons that are going to be planned up in the future. Season 8 might come after ACC season, so we'll have to look out for that. But for now, that's been fun. Thank you, Delvin, for having me here. It's been fun to commentate for this whole entire season, and I hope everyone else has a very good night.
Alright, and that will be our final goodbye for this season. So many finals, but yeah, there you go. We can put a rest to this game, to this season. Have fun during the break, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you all soon, possibly for ACC and F1 as well. And stay tuned for one-off events. Links in the description. Join the server to get acquainted with everyone around. So we will see you soon. Take care and goodbye.
Bye.